because most of the people are in by like 10:30, 9:30. For the most part, even in the summertime, you might get them like maybe 11. You're not gonna see those one twos, unless they're having some kind of big party or something downtown. Which, you know, come on, let's go. Which they do kind of have, but they don't have a lot. So what the hell? And they're going slower. Weird. Y'all, these cars is acting really weird. They don't even make it as if they're not. Okay, let me make sure I'm on the right connection. But these people are literally not moving. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, they. Let's go back. Boom. They were not moving, y'all. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Because, like I said, these cars were not moving. They stopped. Oh, look at this little demonic cat. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Kill him. Come on. Come on, kitty, kitty. Come on, buddy. Come on. Nope. Come here, Lulu. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look. Y'all, this cat is just came out the blue. Let's show y'all. Now, y'all like, well, maybe it's just a regular cat. It's a regular cat, my ass. Look, Lulu. Do you want to stop recording? Okay. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Come on, Lulu. This guy's already turned up. It's just weird stuff happening. Okay. This guy, I'm gonna go back around, but this guy in this truck, head is down, y'all. When I say head is down, head is down. Don't know what's going on with it. But anywho, I like it around this time because usually it's really, really quiet. Usually it's very, when I say very, very quiet, it is very, very quiet. You don't see a lot of people going around unless they're homeless. Okay, and we do have a huge homeless population. Um, we have it for different reasons, all that other stuff. But anyhow, this video is not about that. This video is about focusing and focusing on you. Once I started acknowledging who and what I was and who I was called to God in the spiritual realm, I started noticing that you're able to shift atmospheres. I always knew that I could, like, when I say shift atmospheres, like, it can be dark in the room. People can be really down, and I'm one of those people. Like, I come in and my presence is known. I don't have to say anything. I don't really have to do too much. I'm one of those people that would just come in and just be like, boom. Like, I can convert energy very quickly. Like, so that's why I always try to be mindful of my mindset, be mindful of how I'm portraying things, because it can definitely shift a lot of things. Like, it can shift everything around me. And I know you guys are like, well, if you think, of course it's going to shift everything around for you, because it's going to be how you view the world. It's going to be your perception of how you view the world. While although that might be true for most people, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that you can have a masculine energy so strong, like your energy is so strong when you come into the room. People tend to forget or overlook their own. Come on. For yours. That kind of thing. So, um, only way that it does not work that way is if I've been like ripped to shreds and crushed, like crushed spiritually, and which kind of happened to me. Um, but I started getting better when I started closing up and just looking at certain things, getting closer to God, getting closer to my purpose, and not doing things frivolously. A lot of people in this world, they live very, very frivolously. And if you look at it on the statue of, someone who looks successful, or someone who has the standards, has the standard view of living, you'll overlook someone living frivolously. You know, um, living frivolously is not living frivolous is. I'm gonna tell you what not living frivolous is. What it's not. You could, because people get really, really mixed up on this. You could have a whole family, an entire family. I'm not kidding. I got that oil on my freaking head. But you can have a whole entire family, and they can be all looking all together, husband, wife, two kids, the dog. They can look like the ideal family according to our society's standards, and still live frivolously. Okay, they can be going to church all the time. They can have the idea. Oh, we do participate in these activities. This person jogs. This person hikes, and they can still be frivolous because they're not walking into God's authority and ordained precepts for their life. Okay, so I want to get people out of that mindset. Get out of that mindset. There could be people who are living on the street and have a less frivolous lifestyle than someone who has a lot of money. Now, I'm not saying that because you're living in purpose and you're not being not having a frivolous lifestyle requires you to be poor or broke. That's not it, because God does not have us to do that. But when you live on purpose, you get everything you need. Your needs are met. Okay, your needs are met. I can tell you this: when I went through homelessness and everything else, my needs were being met. God would send people to aid on my behalf. Okay? I'm telling you. And I know that just didn't come just because I was a good person or anything. I know that was because it was purpose. It was something that was ingrained in me, ingrained in my DNA, ingrained in my lineage before I was even, created, before I even came to the understanding of knowing who and what I am. But once, I was able to connect the dots, and God allowed me to connect the dots to understand more of who and what I was called to be, and who and what I am. I was able to drop away and be okay with the people and the places and the things that rejected me and did not understand me and did not comprehend me, to the point where I could tune in. Because when you're going into purpose, everything doesn't fit. You narrow in. It's not wide. It's a straight and narrow is the gate. So you narrow in when you go into your purpose um, versus being so wide. And when you do that, you're able to become a force to be reckoned with. People respect you when you narrow in. People respect you when you have limitations. Notice how people who are all like, everywhere, they got like 12,000 gifts. Now, I'm not trying to knock people with 12,000 gifts, because God gives us gifts and things, and I have a lot of gifts. But when you narrow in to what you're called to do, notice the people who narrow in and focus in and tune into what they're supposed to do. Notice how people will pay to be around them. How people would just pay to be around me. They want to do anything and everything to get close to your energy, to get close to that space, because you're working, you walking into purpose. And like I said, a lot of people are not walking into purpose. It looks on the outside, but that inner man, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game when you look at it. So, and you know how God talks about he doesn't look on the outer man, he looks on the inner man, just like he chose David to be the next king, even though all his brothers had stature, they all looked better than him, they all were bigger than him, they had the strength, they had the looks, they had the lineage, they had all that. But they didn't have that tenacity, they didn't have that grit, they didn't have that inner work. That inner work, and it's the inner work that counts, because we know outwardly it's gonna start fading. Outwardly things are gonna get down, things are gonna change, but that inner man always can get strengthened, it always can get stronger. So um yeah, that's something. When you work on that, that's something that nobody can take from you. You know how they talk about education, people can't take education from you. They can take education, they can take the whole title from you, but the knowledge that you get from that education, that knowledge, it don't leave. It don't leave. um so um yeah. Come on, you. Come on, girl. Yeah, you gotta keep working on yourself. Keep working on yourself mentally, spiritually, physically. When people who rejected you, I'm telling you, I had this one gentleman, and I mean, like, I've had that a lot lately, because people would try to size you up. The same gentleman who was over there playing all these mind games, I was like, okay, let me just step on away and tune into myself. Let me tune into myself. And when this person came around, it was like, oh, it felt good. Everything felt good. We had good conversation. And it was this pulling back, or this just wavering, like, conversation. And that's kind of shifty move. But then when you pull back yourself and you tell them, like, hey, what was that? What's going on? And they like, oh no. And then it happens again. You start second guessing yourself. But since I've been through the rodeo, and I've been through the work, I thank God for this process, because it taught me. It don't give me time to say, oh well, let me give them the benefit of the doubt. No, I done been hurt enough. It set me back enough. That hurt and dealing with manipulative abuse, it'll set you back enough to make you think, like, to make you think again about giving people the benefit of the doubt, or second guessing yourself. Because you don't have no opportunity to second guess yourself. This is eat or get eat. So, and I started understanding that. I said, you know what? Let me step back and tap into myself. And once I got back and I stepped back and I tapped into myself, guess what? That same somebody who was treating or acting as if they wasn't acknowledging, running right on back, running right on back. And you know what that made me do? All it did was pump up my head even more. Not like on some, oh well, I'm the stuff. Well, a little bit, but not that way. When I was on the road, and for two, that person wasn't about nothing but stealing my energy. They was about taking from me, and not multiplying. That's what you want to be around. You want to be around people, places, and things that multiply you. And listen, you're not gonna get it every single time. Hold on, y'all. Wind blowing, everything. You're not gonna get it every single time. But what you will get, you won't get it every single time. Hey, girl, stop running. Uh-oh. This is crazy. Y'all, I'm sorry, my Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so I don't know what just happened. Come on. So what you'll get out there, you won't always get the person that you're desiring or the outcome that you're desiring. But what you will get what you will get is your answer. You get your answer from who is what and what people are and what they're not, so that you can move around and you can make your next best decision. You know, because people are like that. People will do that. Just understand, when you start working on yourself, it's gonna make you better. It's gonna give you that relief that you, and it's gonna show other people too that you don't need to depend on them. Certain things I was just like, okay, gotta stay in the right connection and the right things. And I started noticing, and you do have to get in the right connection. You, for certain things, some certain things you have to be in the right spot to get the anointing at. Like, you have to go to a certain spot. I've noticed that. But in the meantime, you need to prepare so that when you get into that spot, you can lead and take over. You can lead and take over. So, yeah, focus on you. If you need to go to the gym to get yourself back together, go to the gym to get yourself back together. You need to go to schooling to go and get the job that you want, that you desire for your life. Go do that. You want to have better friends, um, and you don't want to, you're changing. Go into the areas that you're changing into. Limit those interactions. Doesn't mean that you have to cut them off all the way. Some of them you might have to. But limit those interactions. Go into the direction that you want to go into instead of staying in that comfort zone. See, working on yourself means you getting out of that box. You getting out of that comfort zone. But at the same time, you're developing skills. You're developing skills and you're sharpening your mindset to the point that um you're able, um you'll be confident in where you're going. You're making yourself a better asset. Uh-oh. And not a liability to other people who want to take advantage of you, because that's what a lot of toxic people and people who want to control you, and they're playing games, that's what they want to do. They want to literally steal your energy. They want to control you. They want to control you. Now, during this time, you're going to start seeing, and I didn't understand this either, you're going to start seeing people separate from you. You're going to start seeing people, what is that? You're going to start seeing people separate from you. You're going to start seeing people just do all kinds of crazy things, okay? And don't worry about it. It's all good. Come on, let's go. It's all good. That's part of the process. Take a mental note of it. Even if you need to write things down, definitely do that as well. Um, and make notes of it. Make notes of it. Um, because that's going to give you some kind of indication of what and who these people are too. Um, yeah, take a mental note, write it down. Process who's going away from you. Process who's coming to you. Yeah, take a note of all of it. In the meantime, I don't want you to super focus on that, super analyze, but definitely take some time about that. For me, I took, take 21 days to work on your body. Pick something that you want to do while you're doing this. While you're going through this transaction. For me, it was, 21 days of working on my body. Because I just got finished from dealing with, you know, just crazy illness. So that took a lot. A lot of things. My body took a huge toll, not only on my body, but my mental, my psychological. No one tells you when you get the big C, like your mind going through all that, your mind processes things so different. The brain fog again. It was almost like how I got hit by the car. Like, I literally had fog. Um, yeah, yeah. So I'm taking that time. I took that time to 21 days and worked on working out. And I didn't even worry about even eating healthier until later. Those things came back, and I focused on them because once you start getting on to one thing, it's funny how the mind works, and funny how, yeah, the mind works, because it will tell you what you need You can exercise a lot, and then after a while, you can't even eat all the bad things because it shows up. You feel it. You feel it intensely. So once I started doing that, started going back to eating a little bit cleaner because it was a lot easier during the workouts. Um, what else? Um, start. Um, start by. Um. Oh. Okay. She just stopped. Start by doing something that you're into, or read a book. Once you're tapping and you're moving your mind into something else, it'll make you. It'll give you that time to expand and to develop and to know more and to do more and to be more. It'll branch open some things. Just work on yourself. Work on yourself. It might be, like I said, finding new outlets, new friends to go around, new things like that. Um, it might be something you want to do. Uh, but yeah, so that's what I got. Once I did it, um, I started seeing the changes. I saw the changes at work. I saw the changes, not only at work, but the things that were around me, and it made me think more critically. Huh, they got pinto beans on over here. Okay, it made me think more critically because um, the things that were stressing me out, I had time to take it away from me and to recharge. Uh, yeah, and to recharge. So if you guys are getting this, definitely work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Keep your energy. These people are energy vampires. I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully, something I said or done will help you in your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.